All About Lily Chou-Chou is the kind of film people either love or don't really understand the hype around it. The story surrounds Yuchi, an 8th grader with a parasocial relationship with an obscure artist named Lily Chou-Chou. Lily Chou-Chou plays a big part in Yuchi's life. Her music is able to soothe his pain. Yuchi is bullied by his classmate Hoshino and his gang, and he's often coerced into doing things no one his age should be doing. Yuchi finds solace in Lily Chou-Chou's message boards, posting under the name Philia. He often chats with another user named Blue Cat, whom he connects with and shares his love of Lily's music with. And I find this part of the film very resonating with today's youth. It's sort of a love letter to those who keep going because of their love for music. At some point, Yuchi and Hoshino were friends. In the flashbacks, Hoshino was a good-natured boy, but his parents' divorce and a near-death experience turns him into the film's antagonist. After the loss of Suda, a fellow classmate of Yuchi and a victim of Hoshino, and alongside with the constant torment, causes Yuchi to be suicidal, but he's talked out of suicide by Blue Cat. Yuchi and Blue Cat arrange to meet at Lily Chou-Chou's concert in Tokyo, but Yuchi is unable to find Blue Cat and instead runs into Hoshino, who throws away his ticket. As Yuchi experiences the concert from outside, he realizes that Blue Cat is Hoshino. He also realizes that the only way for his suffering to end is to kill Hoshino, so he stabs Hoshino in the middle of the crowd. The evil is defeated. With its fragmented storytelling and long takes, it's understandable why some people wouldn't enjoy this movie. But it's not the type of movie you watch for entertainment value. Not to sound like a film bro, but you watch Lily Chou-Chou to feel it, to experience, to remember what it's like to be young and troubled. Every frame is beautifully shot with dreamlike visuals that evokes a sense of nostalgia for a time and place you never lived in. But All About Lily Chou-Chou is also ugly and very depressing. You see, Lily Chou-Chou is a product of its time. The film was released during an interesting time in Japan. The country had underwent an economic collapse that began in the 90s, and by the early 2000s, the economic collapse had a long-lasting impact on the youth at that time. The job market was stagnant, and what was promised to the new generation was shattered. The future seemed so bleak, and yet they still had societal expectations to follow. But how can they succeed if they were set up for failure? And eventually, this led to teenage rage. There was an increase in teenage crime, bullying, assault, and petty theft, and unfortunately, there was also a rise in suicide. And the teen delinquency crisis in the Y2K era even inspired some films, such as Battle Royale, which I hope to talk about in the future video, Suicide Club, and well, this film. Unlike Battle Royale and Suicide Club, which are amazing films on their own, Lily Chou-Chou depicts teenage rage without the horror element, and instead depends on realism to connect with the youth of the lost decade. And after all of these years, anyone can connect with this film, and even though it's a product of its time, it also aged to be quite timeless, because it's also a reflection of how coming of age can be both a beautiful thing, but also the worst thing that can happen to you. But at least you'll have the great music you discovered as an angsty teen to listen to for the rest of your life.